set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
22-yard line.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Wentz now on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete.
I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Darren Lee able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
What's up, man?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
First down.
They go play action now. Haskins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Third down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Washington.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Recovered by...
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, 33 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And It's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work.
Washington.
One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? They'll run on 1st down. Gibson.
Antonio.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On the tackle.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Haskins. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd and 12, Haskins, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it.
intended.
But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
Washington.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
Brings up second.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Eagle first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From midfield, here's Wentz. And his pass, incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and short.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got some...
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Returning here is Wright. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. We remind you lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike, check, 59, 59. Hey, keep it up.
Operating from the gun. Haskins. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike the 59. Sharp field.
To throw again. Haskins. And incomplete on the deep ball. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You don't want that, man. You don't want that.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Steven Sims. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Check 52.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Start offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I know he ain't got it. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
From the gun, Haskins. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down now, it's Gibson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
59 mark, check, 59. What we got?
Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that is incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Helaire, the ball carrier.
But one thing we certainly know, Alabama churns out first-round picks, and there's another nice play there by one of them, Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now it's right. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
It's second down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Mike, check, 59. Check, 59.
Throwing again. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete.
Haskins pass.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Eagles.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wentz to try again after the pick-6. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Philadelphia.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And
when the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Wentz. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Eagles.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Wentz now on 1st down. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Complete.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
On the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action with Haskins, sliding out of the pocket. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Antonio Gibson.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Come this way. Come this way. Here we go.
From the gun, Haskins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Gibson, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Just like that.
Operating from the gun. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. That one caught by Gibson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Is good. Makes this Washington 20.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And his guys are gonna take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
It's now.
I think he's taking an awful chance. Dance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On first down, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
Complete to Deshaun
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wentz now on first down. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 26. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Wentz. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The kick by Elliott is good.
The kick is
and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. On first down, Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Haskins gets him up to the line as quick as he can.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
here we go with Haskins.
27-yard line.
Open man here, Sims complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
That's good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win.
6-yard attempt.
And it's good! And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And they will be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as Washington has won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Washington, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.